Hey, I want to share with you a simple creative practice today that is going to be enriching when it comes to quieting the inner critic, when it comes to leaning into creative experimentation. So if you've been feeling rusty or stagnant or stuck in your creativity, this is for you. If you also want to practice sharing yourself more, sharing your voice, sharing your perspective, sharing your energy, and doing so in a way that lowers the stakes and invite some fun into the process. If we're new to each other, my name is Maggie and I support people in crafting a life of meaning and beauty in all of the ways that we can through deeper embodiment and expression of creativity. And this happens through private sessions called creative mentorship. It happens through workshops and courses, a community-supported publication, and a podcast. So the practice that I would love to share with you is called discovery writing. And if you're like, nope, not for me, I'm not a writer, just hold on, just give me a minute. I'm not just talking to writers here. I'm talking to you also if you don't write at all. Discovery writing is using writing as a tool for playful, experimental approaches to thinking in new ways, thinking in ways that you don't usually have a habit of thinking in everyday life, right? Discovery writing is a way of practicing releasing the outcome, setting aside preoccupation with outcome, which is applicable to everything, you know. There's not many things that we can do where the outcome of it just really doesn't matter. It's of no consequence. Any kind of evaluative thoughts, which is where we can experience a lot of the quote inner critic, evaluative thoughts around, is this any good? Is this, who cares? Or what's this for? Or is this interesting? Or, you know, anything like that. They don't really matter when it comes to discovery writing. It's not the point. Discovery writing also is about using writing as a tool for practicing openness, practicing curiosity, and getting in touch with what might be possible, seeing what limitations might be at play, and questioning those. So the way that I define discovery writing is writing into what you don't know, following your nose in order to stay surprised and open to the creative process. Discovery writing is a creative experiment, and community discovery writing is a shared creative experiment. It's a way of meeting yourself and meeting others, connecting in new ways, in meaningful ways. So community discovery writing, I'm going to add another word onto this line of words, which is community discovery writing gatherings. This is what I call when we get together and when we practice discovery writing together. And maybe if you're watching this, maybe you've been to one before. They have totally transformed my life. I've had the privilege of witnessing people write for themselves for the first time, you know, not writing for a school assignment or not writing for work, writing for themselves. And I have had the total privilege of seeing people share their writing out loud for the first time ever. This is very, very special and a tender and liberating experience. When I started Regarding Do, one of the initial intentions was to craft spaces where awe could come up, where we could experience awe. We need more awe, you know, and that has happened so many times over in community discovery writing gatherings. So I'm very excited to invite you to the next one. If you're interested, there's a lot more information around what the experience looks like at the link below, and that's also where you can register and save your spot. If you want to journal more and you're curious about this, if you're feeling kind of just like in a creative rut or stuck, or if you've been in a lot of self-doubt around your creativity, around your potential, this is for you. And if you love writing and you want to be in community with other creative people, this is for you. Some things to know are that you don't have to introduce yourself at the beginning. That has kept me from joining workshops before, especially if I'm like, does everyone know each other? Am I the only new face here? Am I going to be put on the spot and introduce myself? We don't do that. It's an introvert-friendly space created by a fellow introvert. There are breakout rooms, but you don't need to share your reading out loud. You can be a creative witness to other people, and that is such a gift to witness other people's creativity. I will say that a lot of the people that join don't expect to share their writing at all. It's like a definite no. And a lot of those people do share their writing. When we are in creative spaces, or when we're relating to each other in the context of our creativity, it reminds us that our creativity is our humanity. Creating and expressing yourself creatively is ancient, and it's an everyday art, and it's available to everyone. So I really hope to see you there if this interests you.